All right, here we go again. All right, 6:30, excuse me, 6:30 a.m., September 15th, a Friday. Literally just got out of bed. Just took this trade about 30 seconds ago. You can see right now it's just kind of popping along. We'll have to see what happens. And it's actually the same scenario as yesterday, guys. Again, this is just a simple support and resistance trading style. It's one of a few styles that we teach. We actually have a lot of advanced stuff too. But again, I just want to show you, I through doing a little bit of analysis, I found a level of resistance on this pair. And you can see the last time it was there, it was what, September the 13th. So just a couple days ago. Right, last time it was there, it had some trouble, right? It hit this spot, and you can see it had a lot of trouble getting through it, and then it dropped, right? Well, guess what? We're back there again, and it's having some trouble. These long wicks, tell you that there's some indecision there, So when it went up, and with the second candle here, when it went up and tagged it again, that's when I got in, and you can see we're just starting right now, and we'll see what happens. Right now it's, at the very beginning stages of the trade. I'll kind of sit here for a second with you. Sorry about the shaking. I literally just rolled out of bed. I rolled out of bed, threw on a t-shirt and some shorts, turned on the lights, and saw that it hit my resistance. Actually, I had an alarm set too. I had an alarm set for this level so that when it hit it, and it just so happened, this is the time I get up anyways because I got to get my daughter off to school. So I just figured I'd pop into a quick trade before I get things rolling, as I usually always do. I usually have anywhere from $200 to $500 before I even get my daughter off to school, and then usually end up with $1,000 days. Yesterday was, I think yesterday was about 500 or 600. I didn't hit 1,000 yesterday. But I'm just going to sit here for a second and see if this thing just, if it grows any bigger, or if it's just going to hang out here for a while. I'm not going to sit here for a long time, but like I said, my arm's getting tired. But again, you can see, up here, I show this every time, but, there's always somebody. JAFX, real account, okay? It's a real account, not a demo account. It would say demo there if it was demo. And so, guys, this is what I do, and this is just one of a lot of strategies that we have here. But this one's the most simple. I mean, you could teach, a kid this. I could teach my 14-year-old daughter this. And all it is looking, because the charts, when you look in the history tells you a lot on the charts, right? Things prices have done before, a lot of times they do again, right? So you can see here there was trouble there, right? You just look into the past and you just draw these simple, let me see if I can get my mouse over here. I'm trying to do this with my phone and my mouse. You can see here, this purple line right here. I draw these lines at places price had difficulty, and I did this in the past, right? So when I saw all this happen, I drew this, all right? And I drew it based on some other stuff too that's even further in the past. I just keep it there as, and I just put a little alarm on it. And sometimes, price never even comes to it. Sometimes it'll just go on forever this way, or it'll come up close and go down, right? But sometimes, a lot of times, it comes right back to it and does the same exact thing it did before. Now you can see what's happening here, right? When it got here, it had all these long wicks, right? Look what's happening. Long wicks, right? Almost identical, right? What's going on here? So hopefully it does, what it did last time, and dropped. Let's see, dropped about 120 pips. And if you go to the furthest point, 123.25 pips right there, right? So since this is a Friday and the market closes at 5 p.m. Eastern. And actually, it really starts slowing down after a couple more hours. What I'm going to do is, and I'll do this right in front of you, is I'm going to set a profit right around, as I showed you yesterday, pairs retrace a lot, right? They don't just go straight up. You can see it went up, or right here, it went up, retraced, up, and typically, if they're going to continue up with the trend, it'll retrace back to the 23.6, retrace about 23.6% of the move, or sometimes 38.2. So well, actually, I've already got it in my bot, so I'm already good. So basically, I've got it set to take profit right around this area somewhere, right? And, which is about 25 pips. So I'm just going to take 25 pips. That'll be about $250. And I'm just going to get out of this. I'm not going to be greedy and take my profits and call it a Friday. And you can see it's turning red. It's going down. Let's see what we got now. Yeah, so now it's between 6 and 7 pips. About 4 more pips, and I've got a $100 day. I could close it out there. $100 a day is not bad. I like to shoot for $1,000 days, but $100 days, I'll take it. Right? You can just see it, moving. It's doing exactly what it did in the past. Right? So it takes you a little bit to train your eye for this stuff, right? That's the part that you can demo trade, and demo trading is trading with fake money. You can trade the real market, but fake money, right? So you can draw out these lines. I mean, how hard does it take to look for these little places that it had difficulty in drawing these lines out, right? Just practice drawing support and resistance lines, right? So a resistance line, if it's up top, it's called resistance. If it's at the bottom, it's called support. So you can see here, down here, there was some had some difficulty getting through here, right? You can see that. So what I would do is I'd come up here and grab my little horizontal line. I'd come down here, and I'm just going to draw a line right here. All right, boom, right? It came down, bounce, 3 times, and went back up. So I'm going to keep that line here, and even though, I'm going to get out of this trade here, if it continues down and touches this line, I'm going to come back here and look to buy it going back up, right? Because look what happened, look what it did in the past, right? So you can just simply use this strategy to go and draw these lines and set alarms, right? I can set an alarm for this price level and just go about my day. And if price comes down and touches this, an alarm goes off, I come check at my computer and see if it's worth getting in. And if it is, I get in, right? So this is a strategy anybody can learn, guys. And this is one of many strategies we have in the IML Academy, along with the tools that can, do trading for you, right? You can be in the perfect earn while you learn situation. In other words, you can plug into our tools, start making money from the Forex as soon as next week, and at the same time, plug into the education, start learning how to do stuff like this, right? I mean, you learn this one skill that I just showed you right here, you master this one skill, and you can set yourself free financially. All right, look where we're at now, right? $100, right? You're watching this happen live here, and I'm telling you, did I do anything here that you couldn't do? Was any of this like genius, mathematical craziness? No. I mean, look at it, guys. Look, it just keeps going up. Keeps going up. 10 more pips and it's hit my goal. And I have a little thing I created called the Exit Manager, where I tell it what I want for money, what my stops are and stuff, and it controls the trade for me. And maybe it'll hit it right here. Maybe I should just hang out here and you can just watch the whole trade happen from beginning to end and see how simple it is, right? So, that I don't know how you can get any simpler than this, right? Drew the lines, it hit the line, I got in the trade, right? And now you just wait and see what happens, and it just keeps juggling around, right? Let's see if it goes. I mean, it needs to go another 15 pips, so that could take it a while, and it's still kind of jostling around. And it may jostle around for a while. If you look what happened last time it hit here, right? I mean, it took, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 candles, and this is on the hour chart. So it tried busting through here for 10 hours before it dropped, right? So I may, I may have a little bit of a wait here, before it decides to drop down. But I don't need it to drop down far. I don't need it to do this, right? All I need it to do is, let's see what 25 pips is. Basically right where that line is. I only need it to get to that blue line and I'm out. And that'll be about $250 for the day on this trade, right? All right, so that's it. I'm gonna just get off right here, but it's still hanging right around the the 10 pip, $100 mark, 9 pip. So that's it, guys. Get back to the person that added you to this group. Get in, plug into this education. I'm telling you, it's going to be the best thing that you've ever done for yourself. Talk to you soon.